What's up? Inflatable enthusiast here, and I thought I'd just do a quick re-review of the 2007 6-foot tall scary pumpkin inflatable. I reviewed this guy all the way back in like May of 2021. I think this was like my second ever review on my channel. But I just took this out of the storage unit where I was keeping it since last October. And I was gonna test it out and inflate it just to make sure nothing happened to it in storage. Just to make sure nothing, it didn't thin out, because I kept it in a storage container that is not climate controlled. And it was okay from, October until February, because the temperature from between those months usually never goes above like 50 degrees where I live. So it was okay for then. But the past few weeks, it's been getting up to 60s and 70s. So I wanted to get these, like this guy and the other inflatables that I had in there, out of the storage unit as soon as possible. So yeah, I got this guy out of there. I took most of my Nightmare Before Christmas stuff out of there too. And yeah, I was gonna, reinflate him and test him out, make sure he didn't thin out. And I looked at my older video that I made of this guy last year, and it was just really bad. I had the camera vertical for most of the video for some reason. Right now I have my phone horizontal, so it's like a full screen. But when I made the video last year, I was holding my phone straight up and down, and it squished the screen a lot, looked really bad. And I don't think it was just a very good review either. I just I don't like the way it came out. At the time, I thought it was good, but now that I've, learned more about YouTube and learned more about editing and stuff like that, when I look back on it, it's really not a good video. So I'm just going to do like a really quick, like 5-minute review of this guy, just like a re-review. Sort of like what I did with Pac-Man. I re-reviewed that because my first video I did of him, it was in terrible condition and I didn't even know. And I got a new one, but this isn't a new one. This is the same one I reviewed last year. So yeah, I'll take this out of the box and we'll inflate it. I actually never cut these tethers off of the base fan when I put them out last year. I think I will do that before I display them this year, because I think I said in the review for my Vampire Homer, or it might have been the review for this, these tethers on the newer plastic base fan legs are completely useless. The very old, super long metal base fan legs, they would fold outwards like this, not inwards. So these tethers were there to make sure that they didn't, collapse outwards. But these base fan legs fold inwards, so it's completely useless. I'm not going to really go into detail about it, but I'm just going to cut these for the display this year, because they're just... When I was unfolding the base fan legs a few seconds ago, it kept, it kept pulling on them, and it's just super aggravating and absolutely useless. So anyways, I'll plug this in. So like I said, this was in a storage unit for the past, couple of months. Like I mentioned a few minutes ago, it did get pretty warm in there recently. So I'm hoping this guy still inflates good. I don't think he would have thinned out that fast. I mean, it didn't get that hot, and he was only in there, for maybe a month when it was that temperature, so, and it was only for like a few days too. Like, it didn't stay like that temperature. But he does inflate very slowly, so, yeah. I did zip up the base fan, so. Yeah, so this guy looks really awesome in my display last year. It's a very cool classic Gemmy design. It's one of the more scary Gemmy designs. Like, usually nowadays, most Halloween Gemmy inflatables are kind of cutesy, they're not very creepy looking. But this has a lot of detail in the face, and it looks very scary, and that's the best part about this inflatable. Other than that, it's just a 6-foot tall pumpkin, The facial design is obviously the best looking part of the inflatable, but yeah, so here it is. It still inflates completely. As I'm looking around it, I don't see any thin spots. Still inflates pretty tightly. It inflates as good as it would as if it was new, you know, because the fan isn't very strong. So yeah, it is a little dirty. Most of my inflatables do get pretty dirty, but that's just because, you know, where I live, the grass, whenever we get any rain, the grass turns into mud, and some of my inflatables do get very dirty. But yeah, so as you can see, the face, very, very awesome design, very creepy, very cool looking. It's my favorite part about this inflatable. It's just such a unique design. There actually was like another 6-foot pumpkin that also had sort of a scary looking face. It's very similar to this. I'll pull up an image of it right now. I think those two next to each other would look absolutely great. Like this one and that one. But yeah, there also is a smaller cheap fan version of this. I think that there's one on eBay of the cheap fan version right now. But I can't remember what I got this for. I think I got it for like 130 bucks or something like that, which is not bad. It was in a bid too, and this was completely sealed, new in package when I got it. So I've only used it 1 year. Yeah, I mean, I'll go turn the lights off real quick. Here it is in the dark, and it lights up magnificently. It's brighter on camera as usual, but in person it looks very good. I love this one. This is one of my favorite classic Halloween inflatables. I just love like the eyebrow details, the big open mouth with the sharp teeth and the gums and the bloodshot eyes. It just looks awesome. It's very, very creepy looking, and that's what I love. Because nowadays, if you buy a pumpkin inflatable, it's just going to have, you know, the typical triangle eyes, jagged mouth. It's nothing special. This is unique. It's different. It's very cool looking. I love this inflatable. And I recommend getting this one if you can find one for like under 130 bucks. I think 150 is a little steep for this because it's only 6 feet tall. The design is awesome, but it doesn't do anything. It's not animated. It's no blinking lights or anything like that. But yeah, so just a quick re-review. I didn't like the way my older one came out, and I was going to inflate it to test it out anyways, so I figured I'd just do a quick review on it. And also because I've bought one inflatable in the past month that should be, at the time of me filming this, I'm filming this before I've gotten the other one, but I'll probably post this review after I review my other one, so yeah. So I just figured I'd re-review an older inflatable because I have no other inflatables to review right now, and because I was just taking it out to test it. So yeah, anyways, that's it. I'm an inflatable enthusiast, and I'll see you guys next time.